Hello, and welcome to this week's video. I've been spending the last few weeks here in Yellowstone for leading some trips, and I'm just going to give you a few tips for visiting the parks. So stay tuned to this video, and we'll be talking about one of my favorite places on earth, and that is the Greater Yellowstone area. All right, welcome back. So we're talking all things Yellowstone, Greater Yellowstone area. So first off, what do I mean when I say Greater Yellowstone area? Well, there are two national parks in the Greater Yellowstone area, both obviously Yellowstone National Park, but also Grand Teton National Park. Yellowstone, the Greater Yellowstone area ecosystem is actually much bigger than those two parks, but usually when people say that they visited the Greater Yellowstone area, they mean one of those two parks. All right, so I've been here for 2 weeks. I've got one more week. I've been leading tours with Wildside Nature Tours, and this year alone, I'll have been doing 7 weeks here in the parks. It's one of my favorite places on earth. This is a place that you are going to see incredible wildlife, including bears, wolves, bison, moose, elk, pronghorn, and all sorts of other amazing things. But you're also going to see things like waterfalls, thermal features like geysers and hot springs, and it's just an incredibly beautiful place to be. So I love coming here, and I come here just about every season. I usually stay away from the middle of summer because that's tourist season, but winter is beautiful, fall is beautiful, and spring is incredible as well. All right, so what are the best times of year to visit? Well, it depends on what you want to see. Every time of the year is going to offer something completely different. I always come in the spring. That is baby animal season. You're going to see all of those incredible cute cubs. Best time of year to see bears. You might see baby elk. You could be seeing baby pronghorn, baby moose. It's definitely baby season. And then depending on when and what's going on in the weather, you might also see wildflowers. So it's a really beautiful time to be in the park with new life springing up every single day. If you want to come in the fall, this is also a really awesome time to be here, and it's the time I am here right now. This is when you're going to see animals looking their best. It is the rut, so elk are gathering harems, they're bugling, it's beautiful. You're going to see moose. Sometimes they're battling each other for females, and they have those beautiful antlers. And you might also see other things like bears gorging themselves, trying to get ready for hibernation, but you're going to also see those fall colors, and that is why fall is one of my favorite times to visit the park. So what about winter? Winter is cold. It's going to be really, really cold, like negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit sometimes, but that is when you're going to see the park looking so beautiful in its snow. You're going to see animals out in the snow, especially the bison, who use their big heads to push through the snow and get grass underneath, so that usually the snow is sticking to them. You're not going to see bears, but you might have a better chance at wolves. So wildlife is also incredible in the wintertime. Just make sure you pack your warm coat. All right, a couple other things is, where do you find the wildlife? Well, if you don't have a guide with you, just a few tips. If you are in Yellowstone, there are two big hotspots for wildlife that are really consistent, including the Lamar Valley, which is in the north, and the Hayden Valley, which is to the east part of Yellowstone. These areas are really important parts of the park for wildlife. The big valleys, a lot of space for the animals to roam, but you might be seeing things like wolves and bears in those areas. So that is my tip for Yellowstone. For Grand Teton, the Inner Loop Road is going to be really good for things like elk, Gravant Road for moose, and up in the northern end of the park for things like bears. All right, best time to see those animals. Well, animals love being out in the early morning and the late evening. So that means sunrises, sunsets. Skip the middle of the day. That's a great time to go visit geysers if you're in Yellowstone, to take a nap maybe, or have lunch. So definitely you have to get up before sunrise if you want to see those animals. In the fall, you might actually get to do some astrophotography. Spring is a little dicier because of the more consistent rains that you get, but the night sky here is incredible. So make sure you pack your astro equipment if that's something you're interested in, and that includes a tripod so that you can do Milky Way photos. All right, the last few tips, and that includes making sure you're always carrying bear spray. Bear spray is going to protect you from bears, and you want to make sure that you always have water with you. You're in really high elevation here. You do get dried out really fast, so you want to make sure you're drinking plenty of water. And then prepare for those bathroom breaks. There are a lot of bathrooms within the parks. Not always are they the most up-to-date bathrooms. They might be what we call pit toilets. That means no running water. There's also better bathrooms. So look out, for those better bathrooms. But a tip for you for really nice bathrooms is lodges. I love to go to either the Old Faithful Inn or to the Jackson Lake Lodge if you're in Grand Teton, and those are some of the best places to get a bite to eat. There's restaurants in there, some really clean bathrooms, and always those fun gift shops. All right, so those are my tips for the Greater Yellowstone area. If you want to travel with me, I run tours here a lot. Just added one more I'm really excited about. It is a bear-only limited trip. I'm only taking 3 people. That way we can sit and wait for the best bear activity possible. That's in the springtime at the end of May, early June. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to post it in the description of this video. And I also do spring, fall, and every now and again in winter. So also look out for those. So if you want to travel with me, that is one of the easiest ways to be able to see the park. If you're going to do it on your own, that's great. Just make sure you're looking at guidebooks and that you're seeing everything you can. Try to talk to rangers, find out what is going on in the area, visit those visitor centers, and have a lot of fun. All right, that's it for this week. We'll catch you next time.